America's top law enforcement officer is looking for work. The day after Democrats took back the House and Republicans strengthened their control in the Senate, U.S. Attorney General Jeff Sessions tendered his resignation. In his letter, the former Alabama senator said that his resignation was coming at President Trump's request. So this was less of an I quit situation and more of a you're fired situation. So let's take a look at what happened. Jeff Sessions was one of then-candidate Trump's earliest supporters in the 2016 presidential election. And when Trump won a surprising victory in November 2016, he announced that Jeff Sessions was going to be his attorney general. However, trouble arose when the FBI announced an investigation into alleged Russian meddling in the 2016 presidential election and potential ties to the Trump campaign. Now, Sessions, having been an active member of the Trump campaign, recused himself from that investigation. Now, Trump wasn't happy about this, and he said that had he known that this was going to happen, he never would have nominated Sessions in the first place. Now, as the president himself suggested in an interview with NBC's Lester Holt in May of 2017, he then fired FBI Director James Comey in part to put that investigation to bed. Now, for what it's worth, Trump did tweet more than a year later that that tape had been fudged by NBC, but he didn't offer any additional detail. Regardless, following Comey's firing, former FBI Director Robert Mueller was appointed a special counsel in charge of the Russia investigation. Fearing that Attorney General Sessions would be the next to be fired, congressional Republicans and Democrats warned Trump that that would be going over the line. With Republican Senator Lindsey Graham warning Trump in May of 2017 that if he were to fire Sessions, there would be, quote, holy hell to pay. So time passed, and rather than fire Sessions, Trump made him one of his favorite punching bags. Now, over the course of the next year, Trump publicly disavowed Jeff Sessions in many interviews, repeatedly mocked him on Twitter, blamed him for the investigation that he started calling a witch hunt, and at least according to Bob Woodward's book Fear, he repeatedly mocked his intellect and his accent. Now, the president's animosity towards his own attorney general only escalated as guilty pleas and convictions started to roll in for Trump allies like his former campaign manager Paul Manafort and his personal attorney Michael Cohen. Now, in August of 2018, over a year after the firing of James Comey, President Trump began toying with the idea and testing the waters of firing Jeff Sessions after the midterm elections. However, this go-around, congressional Republicans seem to have softened to the idea. Even Senator Lindsey holy hell to pay Graham said that the president would be well within his rights to fire Jeff Sessions. So fast forward to the midterms, when the Democrats win control of the House, giving them the subpoena power and the ability to investigate the Trump administration. And not even a full day after the election results, Jeff Sessions tendered his resignation at President Trump's request. And now, Jeff Sessions' own chief of staff, Matthew Whitaker, has been appointed acting attorney general while President Trump identifies a successor. And so now, Whitaker is also in charge of the Robert Mueller investigation. And he's unlikely to recuse himself despite being critical of it in the past. And as for Alabama's own Jeff Sessions, well, that's unclear. But there is a Democrat sitting in his old Senate seat, and that's up for re-election in 2020. For Reckon, I'm John Hammontree. Hey, if you like these videos, please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And if you want even more Reckon action, go to AL.com/Reckon and sign up for our newsletter. And hey, if you want even more Reckon action, please download Reckon Radio on Apple Podcasts or wherever else you get your podcasts. Thanks, guys.